Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Inside and Out. And we're going to talk about the Bit Cat Ernie Ladd Part 2. If you've missed Part 1, make sure you go to our YouTube channel and look for it, Part 1 of Ernie Ladd. This is Part 2. And as always, Rodney West, Jack Lord will help. And as we go through the history of just some of the matches with Ernie Ladd. Jack, let's get started with that right now.
January 1st, 1970, Municipal Auditorium in Kansas City, Missouri. Ernie Ladd defeated Bob Brown in 8 minutes. January the 2nd, 1970. Sam Houston Coliseum in Houston, Texas. Johnny Valentine defeated Ernie Ladd by disqualification. January the 8th, Memorial Hall in Kansas City, Kansas. Lou Thez defeated Ernie Ladd by disqualification. January the 9th, Kiel Auditorium in St. Louis, Missouri. Bob Geigel, Waldo Von Erich, and Blackjack Lanza defeated Lou Thez, Tommy Martin, and Ernie Ladd in 19 minutes and 59 seconds. January the 10th, Philadelphia Arena, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Bruno Sammartino, the champion, and Gorilla Monsoon versus Ernie Ladd and Waldo Von Erich ended without a winner in a time limit draw. Lost where I was. January 19th, Madison Square Garden in New York. Ernie Ladd versus Gorilla Monsoon ended without a winner as a time limit draw. January 21st, 1970, Westchester County Center in White Plains, New York. Ernie Ladd versus Killer Kowalski ended without a winner as a double disqualification with 18 minutes. January 22nd, National Arena in Washington, District of Columbia. Ernie Ladd defeated Victor Rivera by countout. January 31st, Sunnyside Gardens in New York City, New York. Gorilla Monsoon and Bob Ellis defeated Ernie Ladd and Professor Toru Tanaka in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
You know, I had some horrible pictures there. So let me go back because I was hitting the wrong thing. But let me go back and show this picture right here of Ernie Ladd. And as you see, it's a little bit Bruno Sammartino. That is a picture of Bruno Sammartino in that picture of Ernie Ladd many years later. And then let's go to this one right here. This was the Boston Garden. This was November 24th. But look at this card here. Waldo Von Erich against Bruno Sammartino. Killer Kowalski against Ernie Ladd. You got to take in account that Ernie Ladd had been wrestling for many years, but he had only been wrestling part-time. But here's a man within a couple of years is on the semi-main event. Says a lot about Ernie Ladd, and he hadn't really been wrestling full-time because he had been playing football for a long period of time before this. But look at this card. You got Lou Albano and Tony Altimore, which I think was the original Sicilians.
Yes.
Against Eric the Red and Arnold Skolin.
Wow.
I mean, this is a great card. Gorilla Monsoon on it. I don't know who Dynamite Joe Cox is, but
Brian Cicluna was on there. Boy, yeah.
That's a stacked card for wrestling back then. But now let's go over this one right here. It's Championship Wrestling at the Washington Coliseum, Monday night, 8:30. Return title spectacular. Brings back pro football's Ernie Ladd, a recent conqueror. That's what it says on that. Against Bruno Sammartino, world's heavyweight champion Ernie Ladd, Bruno Sammartino. Plus a 6-man tag battle, 3 of 5 falls, 2-hour time limit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cowboy Bob Ellis, Victor Rivera, and Gorilla Monsoon against Waldo Von Erich, Killer Kowalski, and Professor Toru Tanaka, a 4-girl tag team bout and other matches. Wow. 3 out of 5 falls, 2-hour time limit. That had to be something to see. And then plus you get to see Ernie Ladd and Bruno Sammartino on the main event. Just incredible. All right, Jack, let's pick up from there.
February 9th, 1970, at the Coliseum in Washington, D.C., Bruno Sammartino, the champion, versus Ernie Ladd ended without a winner as a time limit draw, and that was for the WWF World Heavyweight title. February the 10th, Roseland Ballroom in Taunton, Massachusetts. Ernie Ladd versus Professor Tanaka, winner unknown. Then February the 13th at the Auditorium in St. Joe, Missouri, Ernie Ladd defeated Killer Carl Cox in 11 minutes and 30 seconds. February the 14th in Waterloo, Iowa, Ernie Ladd defeated the Stomper by disqualification. February 20th at the Kiel Auditorium in St. Louis, Missouri, Blackjack Lanza and Bob Geigel versus Ernie Ladd and Dick the Bruiser ended without a winner as a no contest.
All right, there. I see I got February 22nd, 1970 on this one. Civic Auditorium in New Mexico. Harley Race and Ernie Ladd against Terry Funk and Rufus R. Jones. And now let's look over this right here. Wrestling, Saturday afternoon, February the 21st. Waldo Von Erich and Ernie Ladd against Victor Rivera and Gorilla Monsoon. Professor Tanaka against Mario Molino, which I believe was a huge star.
It was big. Yeah, not just here, but in Australia as well.
Big star. Cowboy Ellis against Eric the Red. Ivan Koloff against, is that Willie Farkas?
Yes.
Yeah.
Johnny Rotz against John
Dubois. Yeah.
All right, and then Sunnyside Garden. Where was the Sunnyside Garden at?
I was looking that up. It's on Queens Boulevard, obviously. Let's see. I was trying to look that up earlier to see where that is.
Was it in New York?
Side Garden, Queens. Let's try Queens and see if it'll come up.
I know I had seen that, and I meant to look and see exactly where that was at. While you're looking that up, Rodney, Jack, let's go on with the other matches.
February 22nd, Civic Auditorium in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Harley Race and Ernie Ladd versus Terry Funk and Rufus R. Jones, winner unknown. February 25th, the Fair Park Coliseum in Lubbock, Texas. Ernie Ladd and Big Bull Ramos defeated Ricky Romero and Rufus R. Jones. February 28th at the Cobo Arena in Detroit, Michigan, Ernie Ladd defeated Gino Brito.
All right. Wikipedia about the Sunnyside Gardens Arena was a popular boxing venue. The old red brick arena was at the southwest corner of 45th Street and Queens Boulevard in Sunnyside, Queens, New York. Seated about 2,500 people. It consisted of two parallel gables perpendicular to the street, fronted by a lower flat roof entry. Across the entry was a large neon sign. Below that, just above the matrix, was a large clock. That building was built in 1920s.
Wow.
It had fights on Channel 5 every Friday night, it looks like, up there. And there's some pictures of it as well. Yeah,
we'll have to throw some pictures up, and I will in our post production. We'll put that in there and show that building, because that's very interesting about the Sunnyside Garden. Didn't know it existed until we were looking through this. All right, Rodney, you want to pick it up from there?
All right, now you made me lose my place. Okay, where am I at? Okay, I am down here. Okay, we are going to. It looks like Nashville, Tennessee, the Father Ryan High School. That's on March the 11th, 1970. Against Ernie Ladd and Bearcat Brown versus the Interns in a 2 out of 3 fall match. Civic Auditorium, Albuquerque, New Mexico, on March the 15th, 1970. It's for the World Heavyweight Championships. Dory Funk Jr. defending against Ernie Ladd. The winner was unknown. Then we're back at the high school, Father Ryan High School in Nashville, Tennessee, on March the 18th, 1970. The Interns defeated Ernie Ladd and Bearcat Brown in a 2 out of 3 fall match. Then we go to the Kiel Auditorium, St. Louis, Missouri, on March the 20th, 1970. It's Ernie Ladd and Dewey Robinson, who is the missing link, defeating Moose Chalok and Lars Anderson in a 2 out of 3 fall match. Then we go to the Fair Park Coliseum, Lubbock, Texas, April 1st, 1970. It's Dory and Terry Funk versus Gene Kaninsky and Ernie Ladd. Ended without a winner because of the time limit draw. Kiel Auditorium, St. Louis, Missouri, April the 13th, 1970. Wilbur Snyder, Jack Briscoe, and Ernie Ladd defeated Blackjack Lanza, the Crimson Knight and Lars Anderson. Cobo Arena, Detroit, Michigan, April 4th, 1970. Ernie Ladd defeated Bobby Heenan.
I would
bet that
like to
was a
see
match.
that one.
Yep.
Yeah, we got. So you may pick up, or do I continue here?
Yeah, go ahead and continue.
WWA in Indianapolis at the Indianapolis State Fairgrounds Coliseum on April 18th, 1970. Ernie Ladd defeated Angelo Poffo. And we're at the Auditorium in
And by the way, Angelo Poffo, Randy Savage's father.
Right,
And Lanny Poffo. I better put Lanny Poffo in there.
Then we're back at the Auditorium in Memphis, Tennessee, April the 27th, 1970. Ernie Ladd defeated Big Bad John by disqualification. Back at Cobo Arena, Detroit, Michigan, May the 2nd, 1970. Mighty Igor and Wilbur Snyder defeated Ernie Ladd and Mike Loren.
Do you think that Mighty Igor had his sausage?
He might have his deck with him. I don't know. It's possible. Probably have his
Don't
sausage.
tell him.
International Amphitheater, Chicago, Illinois, May 5th, 1970. It was Ernie Ladd defeating Bob Windham. Fairgrounds.
Which would become Blackjack Mulligan.
All right. So then we got the Fairgrounds Sports Arena, Nashville, Tennessee, May 6th, 1970. It's Ernie Ladd defeating Corsica Joe. Creole Auditorium, St. Louis, Missouri, May 5th, 1970. Baron von Raschke defeated versus Ernie Ladd ended without a winner due to a double disqualification. Now we're into Memorial Auditorium in Chattanooga, Tennessee on May 9th, 1970. Ernie Ladd and Bearcat Brown defeated the interns. And then right back at Memorial Auditorium the very next week on the 14th of May, 1970, it's Ernie Ladd and Bearcat Brown defeating Big Bad John and Pepe Lopez. Cobo Arena, Detroit, Michigan, May 13th, 1970. Bobo Brazil, Mighty Igor, and Fred Curry defeating Ernie Ladd, Dusty Rhodes, and Dick Murdoch. Then to go to the Sam Houston Coliseum, Houston, Texas, May 5th, 1970. Wahoo McDaniel, Ernie Ladd, and Mil Mascaras defeating Boris Malengo, Killer Kowalski, and Johnny Valentine in a 2 out of 3 fall match. And then we got another photo Brent's going to throw up there. Okay, there we go.
There we see Ernie Ladd looking for a title test. Killer Kowalski claims the West Ducks title. And for those of you who have never seen Bull Curry.
Bull Curry.
Yeah.
He had a unibrow going on. That is him at the bottom of this photograph. We're going to have to talk about him a little bit on another video because evidently he was a character.
He was. His son was a wrestler, and his grandson currently wrestles also.
Oh, I did not know that. We're going to have to look him up and see how he is doing at this point in time. All right, Rodney, let's move on from
June 16th, 1970, International Amphitheater, Chicago, Illinois. Mad Dog and Butcher Vachon defeated Ernie Ladd and Wilbur Snyder, the AWA World Tag Team Championship, or it defeated them. The AWA Tag Team Champions were the Vachons in a 2 out of 3 fall match. Then back at the International Amphitheater, Chicago, Illinois, on June 30th, 1970, Dick the Bruiser, the Crusher, and Ernie Ladd defeated Mad Dog Vachon, Butcher Vachon, and Blackjack Lanza.
You have to admit something. Here is Ernie Ladd. He's in Tennessee. He's in Texas. He's in Chicago. I mean, he is traveling all over the place because they knew you put Ernie Ladd on the card, it was going to sell out, and there's going to be people.
Exactly.
Yeah, football player, 6'9", tremendous ability on the mic. I mean, yeah, he's gonna put some bets in the seats for sure.
So it shows the Ernie Ladd 1970, and this is not even the main stuff that we know about Ernie Ladd. This stuff is just the research we did to learn about Ernie Ladd and learn about his career. This is part 2. Part 3 is coming, and there's a lot more to come with Ernie Ladd. I'd like to thank Rodney West. Thank Jack Lord. And if you have enjoyed this, give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to the page and hit that notification bell, and it will let you know when we're going to be putting more videos up right here on YouTube. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, until we see part 3 of Ernie Ladd, thank you so much.